I don't want anything from poetry. I want to give back to it. I want to write balms and antidotes that comfort and heal. I want to sing connections and write repairs so we all feel less alone. I want to blaze paths and clear the overgrowth so others can find their way. I don't want anything from poetry. I'd rather use it to repay the debt of words I owe to those who have done the same for me. Consider this the first installment on that debt. I'd like to thank Skye and the Arts Council for asking me to be here tonight and talk about my new book. I'm really horrible at self-promotion, and if you've ever tried to hold the conversation with me, you know things just get really awkward when I talk. So I figured I'd just let the poetry speak for itself. The book's divided into 3 sections because I guess that's how I compartmentalize life. The first one is Love and Loss. And the poem is Listen. I'm talking too much about nothing. I don't think you're even listening, but I keep talking. The words fall out of my mouth, tumbling over each other and dropping into a hole that's roughly the shape of a woman, about 5'5", but emptier than it looks. Maybe I think if I get enough thoughts out, then they'll fill up the void where I sort of remember a person used to be. If I can just put the right syllables together in the right combination, they'll take on some sort of substance, give her form, and you'll be able to see her. For now, I keep talking, blathering on about nothing in particular, just something to fill the space and kill time. But I don't think you're even listening.
Listening.
The second section is called Piss and Vinegar, and you can thank menopause for that. It's called I Was Reading Bukowski. What about the lost people? Those who lack an influencer's beauty or style or followers? Those afraid to lead, to step out of the shadows, to speak with a voice that's not an echo of a figurehead for a million blurry eyes? What about the broken people, painting smiles and faces and places for a two-dimensional reality created for a flat heart or a basic blue thumbs up of approval? Who need, who crave, who bleed? What about the lonely ones, whose only friends are one-by-one thumbnails you can't squint enough to actually see? Whose words are peppered with hashtags for maximum visibility, viability, impact on the trending list, to be relevant? What about the French dwellers who rise daily or nightly or occasionally to do battle with their brains? Win, lose, or draw, it's the battle that matters, or just the occasional rising. What about the terrified people afraid to say, I'm different? Bipolar, borderline, anxious, depressed, crazy, but real, but here, play acting at being you. What about the rest? The normal ones, successful ones, happy ones, medicated into beige acceptance of a beige world filled with beige smiles that hide bloody fangs used in the pursuit of the American dream, homogenous predators that eat their young. We're all food, fodder, feudal screw-ups or freaks to those perched on top of the triangle, and I am tired of pretending, smiling, trying, crying, disguising. I simply want to live in my small corner that time and upward mobility forgot. borderland, it's from acceptance. Hello, and welcome to the borderland. During today's tour, we'll be refraining from using the term borderline. We feel it gives a false sense of a distinct dividing line that one can skillfully navigate. As you can see, our borderland is a space, a place, a timeless time filled with shadows and disordered thoughts that close in and smother your ability to be happy. Please, try not to be alarmed. Here your mind will play tricks on you. If you listen carefully, you'll note that the acoustics can be problematic. They amplify and give form to sound, allowing it to point an accusing finger at your mistakes, fears, and worthlessness. It's important that you don't feed these phantoms by giving them attention, as it will only encourage them to be more destructive. In the borderland, it can be difficult to know what to wear for your comfort and protection. Management suggests layers and reflective lenses. The winds here blow cold with insecurities, clammy with panic, or hot with rage. You'll also find yourself surrounded by dark mirages of abandonments and betrayals. These images may seem real enough, but much like a funhouse mirror, they're nothing more than illusion. As we continue to move forward, we come to our main attraction, the volatile sea of emotions where every feeling becomes a tsunami, perfect storm waiting to make landfall and destroy all you hold dear. If you reach under your seat, you'll find a selection of life preservers provided for your sanity. We like to call them cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, and anger management. We do suggest that our more sensitive guests avoid looking at the debris surrounding us in the water. Comprised of broken friendships, broken hearts, and broken homes, these would simply be the casualties we leave in our wake. The more observant may notice darker forms floating just beneath the surface. Self-sabotage, self-hatred, and self-harm. It's best not to focus on them. In the borderland, the past can destroy our present if given too much thought. As we arrive back to shore, you'll find a table to your right with a sampling of medications: anti-anxieties, antidepressants, antipsychotics, and mood stabilizers. Although not strictly necessary, they have been found to help ease our guests' transition back to dry ground. Please, feel free to use as needed. This concludes today's tour. Our apologies to those who wish to purchase souvenirs, but the Borderland doesn't offer t-shirts, bumper stickers, or keychains. With society's misconceptions often spoken as facts, such as we're dangerous, unstable, and attention-seeking, admitting you've been here can be uncomfortable and dehumanizing. We do, however, provide a wide range of long sleeves, bracelets, and tattoos to hide any scars you may have incurred during your stay. Thank you for joining us today. Please, watch your step as you exit to the left and have a safe return trip back to your everyday lives. This wasn't what I was going to end with, but I think probably half my coworkers and corporate from my place of employment is here. So I am not admitting that I wrote this on the clock, because that would be wrong. It's called seasonal help. Migratory workers drifting from one gas station to the next, each stop a revolving hall of lost souls. Like restaurant folks, no one's originally from here. Texas, Kentucky, and Michigan, stops along the way for these modern-day nomads. Running from something, running towards everything, running until gas or cash give out, staying just long enough to replenish or repair. Tattooed and pierced, open smiles and closed faces, surviving on nicotine and sugar, energy drinks and roller girl food. They move like the tides, each one ruled by a season. Here, the summer people have disappeared with the heat, packed up their backpacks and cash apps, washed out to make room for those who will flow in with September and stay until the snow. Thank you.